Good morning. I'm going to go over how to search for academic articles. And it's similar how how you've been searching for popular or um, magazine, periodical articles, newspaper articles, etc. But I want to show you some different databases. So you're going to have to employ the same search techniques by using different keywords, expanding your search if you're not finding enough, or limiting it if you're getting too much. And some of it is a little bit redundant, but there'll be some new things as well. So we're looking at the library homepage, and you remember there's this one main search bar, which we haven't really used, and it's fine if you're looking for a more broad search, but I want to have you just use some of the databases we already know about and show you a couple other ones. So we'll start with Academic Search Complete from EBSCO, and we'll go there. And I just jotted down a couple of your topics. So if we're searching artificial intelligence, you can see already, and you've probably seen this if you're one of the couple students who are doing it, that you get artificial intelligence and employment, healthcare, danger, benefits. Um, we don't want sweetener, but we do want in education, in business, and a couple students are looking at healthcare. So if we go to this, you will see that it gets us 286 different articles, and you'll see that they're labeled um, academic journal, etc. The first two are in Spanish, um, so unless you read that, I'd skip ahead. Um, and we're kind of skimming, we're looking at the titles, and we're seeing that in general, academic journal articles tend to be way more specific, although this one's a little bit more of an overview. The fourth one here, artificial intelligence enabled healthcare, a hype, hope, or harm. And this would be a nice sort of overview article. We see all the authors, and I'll be posting a video about sort of the form of academic articles. But I'm looking for the journal title, Journal of Family and Medicine and Primary Care. It's pretty contemporary. And then we see there's the full text. Your assignment is just to find, I've modified it a little bit, two of these articles and write a short rhetorical précis of the article. And I'll be going over that with you in class shortly. So you'll see an abstract, you'll see subheadings to let you know what's going on, and solutions, what it means in healthcare, human intelligence, and a conclusion, a really short article that might be helpful if you're doing this. So I'll go back to my results list. And if I want to limit it further, say, and just think about robotics, and it says robotic surgery, that might be helpful as well. So you can combine some of these, and I'm imagining it'll give us, much less than 286. But it's brought up, pardon me, in 3 of these articles, which look great. So if you're one of the students doing this, take note. Okay, so that was academic search complete, which works across lots of different types of sources. But I want to show you a couple others and kind of prepare you both for this assignment and for the future. and show you here under research, right underneath how to find resources by subject. And these are really nice to know about, and I don't think they're taught enough. But, so this is under research, how to find resources by subject. Each one of these links is for a different department, and a librarian has curated a research guide. So what are the best resources for history, Havoc, Jewish studies, etc. Almost every department is on here. And these take some time to prepare. There's even one for the Grateful Dead archive, which is housed here. But if we look, I'm familiar with this one, environmental studies. These are good if you're taking a class, because sometimes there'll be a specific research guide just for your class. And then for a lot of them, there's just a general one, like for EEC and some of the other ones. So if we look at environmental studies research guides, I want to be clear about how to look at these. So it gives you a how to use this guide, quick links, some of the most popular databases, and you'll see Academic Search Complete comes up again. But this one, Environment and Energy News, I just recommended to someone who might be interested in the environmental impact of Trump's border wall. So this is a really cool database. It looks kind of like a more environmentally focused CQ Researcher or Pew or something like that, but it's an excellent database. For all of these, there'll be first how to find scholarly articles and books, and then scholarly topic overviews and handbooks, and then it kind of varies, how to find data, different guides for writing and citing. But if we look for what's popular, again, in environmental studies for scholarly articles and books, we see the main ones are Web of Science, Google Scholar, JSTOR, Project Muse, etc. And then there's other databases that have environmental studies content. ProQuest, Congressional Publications, Business Source Complete. So Web of Science is a very popular one, as is Google Scholar, which you don't have to be on the library webpage to use, but often you'll need to cross-reference it to actually get the article. The thing about Web of Science is it's pretty technical, specific information you're going to find on here. So this is a little bit of a long shot, but a lot of people are doing stuff on social media. So if we search social media on Web of Science, let's see what we get. We get 109,478. And I don't think it's going to denote social media itself, right? Sometimes it will, but other times it won't. But if I'm looking, and I like the way they lay this out, like the European Journal of Psychotraumatology, um, International Journal of Adolescence and Youth, and then we see a nice, what might be a really helpful study for those of you looking at this, the relationship between social media addiction and depression, a quantitative study among university students in Afghanistan. A little more specific, but it might be helpful. Looks like, first we'll look at the abstract, and they used stratified random sampling with 46 items and a self-administered questionnaire. So we might want to look at this.
take a quick look at these two articles. Can you tell which is from an academic journal and which is from a popular magazine? You probably guessed correctly that Article A is a scholarly article, and B is a popular magazine article, and you were able to tell without even reading them. That's because you are familiar with the visual rhetoric of each of these publication styles. You've seen articles in popular publications before. Magazine articles employ sophisticated graphic design. They include lots of color images, and they tend to have advertisements. Whereas scholarly articles have a more functional look. But what, besides the visual style, indicates that this is a research article from an academic journal? Let's take a closer look at this article about Mars exploration. On the first page of any article, you'll usually see the publication information that you'll need to write a citation.
Eve, are you awake?
The journal title, publication date, and volume issue numbers. If you don't see it on the first page, look in the header or footer of subsequent pages.